Have you ever wondered why this guy like never takes off his shades?
Lately, on these talks that I have, you know, I've been wearing glasses, but...
So if you had your own talk show, right, called The Timeline Show, right, let's just say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And, you know, how would you run it? I mean, would you have these shades on all the time?
I think so.
So, by the way, guys, this is a real show. He even provided me with water. Shout out to Nestle Pure Life. Thank you. It's been awesome.
Dude, people show no respect to us.
What are you gonna do, man?
I gotta start booking up a studio so we don't have to deal with interruptions like this.
Studios are pretty expensive. Why don't you stick to your stain wall back there? Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Should we tell people where we're at?
No.
Okay. Right now we're at a undisclosed location.
Yes, somewhere in the United States of America. Well, we may not even be in the United States of America, you know?
That's true. I want to get to the point of your shirt.
Uh-huh.
It's a nice shirt.
Oh, okay. This shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really awesome shirt.
Did you buy it or did somebody buy it?
Somebody bought it for me.
Okay.
It was a gift.
But does that like shirt, is that statement agree with you?
Oh yeah, that's why like I have it, because it was like a perfect fit for me.
So you believe in aliens?
Yeah, definitely, and I have no shame in saying that at all. I mean, I've even seen.
But like, are you one of those guys that have?
I've seen a UFO. I have seen a UFO.
Okay.
I know we're getting into this. Yeah. Go ahead.
But first before, okay, because I know people want to hear that story.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I've never seen one.
I saw several.
Okay, this
in one day.
See, people are like so interested and they want, but I'm cutting you off.
Go ahead.
Are you one of those guys that wear like an aluminum hat in the room and like they got an antenna saying like I don't want to be traced?
Don't be ridiculous. I wear a potato on my head. No.
But you just okay. So
I enjoy my cup of like, you know, conspiracy and
sure.
you know, stuff like that. But you know, a lot of the stuff I do base in reality.
Okay.
You know? And the reality is that, you know, we live in a huge universe that I mean, if you look at, have you ever seen like a picture of the universe, you know, our galaxy?
Yeah, I used to be, in college I used to take a astronomy class, and I mean it breaks it down to like galaxy, planets, and just the solar system.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because it's like, you know, we have our Earth, right?
Yeah.
Solar system, galaxy, universe, and the idea that we are alone in all of that madness is just crazy.
Because it's just space.
To me, that just makes
at the end of the
sense.
day, at the end of the day, it's just space.
Yeah, we haven't even like discovered.
We haven't even gone out.
A fraction of what's out there.
Not even a fraction. We haven't even gone out from our own. Because we're in the Milky Way galaxy.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
We're in the Twix galaxy.
Well, that's the thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
What if the next one to us is the Twigs?
Yeah. Seriously.
Like, and then okay, let's say there is another galaxy, right? Which there is.
Andromeda, right?
Yeah, and everything. That means inside of there's a line of planets.
There are.
How do we not know?
Planets,
exactly.
Right?
So how do we not know that there's living forms on? Because we haven't been able to see them.
And by the way, we think we're like the center of the universe, right?
Oh, we're not.
We have for thousands of years, but like.
We're at
if you look at a picture of our the Milky Way,
we're
like on the edge.
Isn't it like
we're like
left?
the outer spiral?
Yeah, and then there's like a big
billions of suns like in the middle of it, and that's just one galaxy.
It's insane.
And the crazy thing is that
we just went deep. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty deep. But like, I mean, the fact that people think we're alone is just ridiculous to me. So I mean. Seriously, you have to see to believe, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think that's true for a lot of things.
But you did tell me you saw one?
Yes, I saw several.
Please get into this conversation.
Yeah,
Please get into this.
It was
I'm not gonna judge you. Just keep in mind.
Yeah, right. I think it was about 10 years ago, right?
Sure.
I had lived in the same location for like 15 years or so, ever since I was little. Me and my dad were outside. We were in the alley. We were washing the car. We did that like every week, right? Every weekend. He's washing the car, and I look up, right, and I see this little silver ball, right. So I'm like, my first thought
in the sky?
In the sky, yeah. All the way above me, right. It kind of looked like a star, right. Sure. So my first reaction was a balloon, right. That is the logical reaction. A balloon flew away. It's a silver balloon, and that's what it is, right. But then I saw another one, right? So I see it.
Do you want to say how, like what year this was? Because I'm sure people.
I think it was about 2006, about
Okay.
10 years ago. 2006, and like I said, they were silver. There were spheres, right? And they were not balloons. And the reason I know they were not balloons was because there was not one, two, but there was about a dozen, right? All scattered, right? I saw them. First of all, when you see one, you have to really focus. You know what I'm saying? But
This is during like
when
clear
you-
daylight, like what
clear
time?
daylight, very clear day, extremely clear day, blue sky. So you see one, right? And then in focus comes another one. And
Maybe
then, dude,
airplanes.
I look around. These things were super high up, man. Super high up, no jet streams, nothing, right? I see them all around, right? There's like 12. They're scattered. So I'm like, maybe somebody lost all their balloons. Right? That's like my reasonable explanation, right?
Yeah.
But then something else happened. And what happened was that as I stared at them, I told my dad. I told him, I was like, do you see that? Right?
He was
And I
like,
told him,
no,
I was like,
you're,
look
he's
at
like,
that.
no, you're going crazy.
No, I was like, look at that, right? And what we saw, and I am not the only witness, my father is the other witness. What we saw were all of them float, right?
Sure.
And they all moved towards the same direction into like a triangle, like an arrow.
Like how the birds do.
Yeah, exactly like the birds do, right? So, but not as like, you know, like an arrow or anything like that. But they all kind of like gathered, they floated, right?
Hmm.
And they all gathered together into this one point, and then they went like that. And they faded into the sky.
Wow.
It was insane, man. And after I saw that, I was like, well, it's not a plane, right?
Did you like?
I mean, maybe the military's like, you know, they have these crazy planes or drones, right? That they're flying, you know, above
I mean,
us.
you gotta keep in mind,
there's
10
like
years
50 of
from
them.
now,
Sure.
drones
Yeah,
is barely like a new thing.
I totally understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the speed
Did
to
you-
which they accelerated
Sure.
was not seen by us, not yet.
Okay.
You know, so it could. I'm very open. It could have been, you're right, some drone technology or something that we just didn't know existed back then.
Could be the Chinese.
Yeah, it could be I doubt it. It'd be all over the news, trust me. But yeah,
But that's the thing.
that's
Did
what I
you?
believe.
So my question to you is: did you see anything, like on the news that night, or like did you see any? Did you do any research on it?
I did research months later, probably like, I mean, maybe even a year later or so. I didn't have internet, and yeah, there are other cases of silver spheres. So,
Oh, that's what they're
so
called?
other people have seen them. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like the black triangle. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that. That's one of the most popular UFOs out there. The black triangle,
Can you explain to people what UFO stands for?
unidentified flying object, right? So
Perfect.
it's not even alien, right? When you think about it. If I say I seen a UFO, that doesn't necessarily mean they're from another planet and there's little green men in it. It
Yeah.
means that it's an unidentified flying object, and I have not, you know, I've never seen it.
I thought you were actually gonna say like you had like one of those out of body experience
Abductions or something.
Yeah, like I
No.
thought. I didn't think.
I would say I'm a pretty nutty guy, but I would say I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. No, not from what I've heard about it.
What have you heard?
Well, I mean, have you ever seen the movie Fire in the Sky?
No.
That movie. Watch the movie.
Never.
Watch the movie, guys. Rent is like $2.99 or something like that. and Google
Fire
Play or
in the
something.
sky.
Yeah, Fire in the Sky. It's, watch it. I'll leave it at that. There are a lot of things that I like talking about, right?
Sure.
You know, if you were to classify me, right? If you were to give me a title, what I am is a libertarian. Right? I like small government. I'm
going way
very-
deep. I thought I was
but
giving.
this is who I am.
Wait, is this still a sidebar conversation? or is this just a full conversation?
This is good. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm about to open another sidebar. So
All right.
go ahead.
That's cool. So anybody who follows me on social media, I'm on Twitter and all that, will know that where I stand when
Sure.
it comes to certain issues. Very limited government. I like conspiracy theory. Okay, that's not a secret. I enjoy it. I do not like using the term conspiracy theory. Because
Why is that?
people, disbelieve you, right?
Okay.
So as soon as you say you're,
You're believing.
I'm a conspiracy theorist,
Yeah.
right? It just, you totally disregard what we have to say, right? And that's not really fair, especially when some people go out of their way to actually read unclassified government documents, and they're telling you, guys, this is what's actually happening. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
did you ever hear like a couple of years back that WikiLeaks was
Yes, WikiLeaks.
that? Okay.
Yeah. Julian Assange, he started this thing called WikiLeaks.
Sure.
You made me pronounce it weird. WikiLeaks.
Okay.
And
I just remember because of Wikipedia.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like something with WikiLeaks. Okay.
Yeah, and
so it was WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks. No, WikiLeaks is a website that Julian Assange created.
Okay.
And basically, it's a website where you can go and you can upload files. You can upload information, like classified.
Does it still exist?
It does still exist. I think it's bouncing from server to server.
Okay.
Julian Assange is like in Germany right now, hiding.
Is it?
or
Yeah.
something,
Okay.
so-
He is the one hiding, right?
Yeah,
You
he
never
is the one
caught him?
hiding.
Okay.
Yeah, which is funny because
But see, in that case, that's not conspiracy theory. It's a fact that the
it is a
man
fact, yeah.
is hiding.
And you know, those documents that were released,
Yeah.
Bradley Manning, and all of these people who have paid the price, these were real. This was real information, right? So people like Bradley Manning get in trouble, right? They go to jail or whatever.
So they go in jail for releasing concealed documents that said, "Hey, is it government documents?"
It is amazing thing is that he did not release anything, right? Well, at least I don't think he did. He merely created a platform to allow other people to release.
Oh, so he's the
documents.
creator.
He is the creator, right?
of the website.
Right.
And there's other people who.
There are other people who upload voluntarily,
okay,
at their
okay.
own risk, which is very, very brave, I
Yeah.
think. But let's talk about what
Was that easy to say?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's. I think if I'm not mistaken, Bradley Manning was the one who released the documents, actually video footage of us in I think it was Iraq or Afghanistan, one of the two countries, and it was drone footage. And it was a van, right? And you see the crosshairs just like on Call of Duty, right? Imagine the van's right here, you see the crosshairs on it. And there's like 5 people around the van or whatever. And, you hear the guy in the background, he's like, do I have to go? Do I have to go? Right? And they're like, we don't know who these people are, right? Or whatever.
Wow.
So it turned out that these people that they drone striked, you can watch the video on the internet. It's been totally leaked. It's on YouTube and everything.
Yeah.
These people were, their equipment was, they were cameramen, right? They were recording videos. So that's like somebody drone striking us from on the sky, right?
Yeah.
From a totally different country. How dare you? You know what I'm saying?
That is
So,
crazy.
This man, Bradley Manning, and again, I'm mistaken, sorry if I get that wrong. But
Do you think you would watch this video?
maybe, hopefully. Hey, Bradley. Right?
Yeah, you never
Hey,
know.
Julian Assange, right? These people risked their lives to give us information that was kept secret from us. We should know that our government is doing that, but they get in trouble, and I just don't understand that.
I don't know.
My ideal government, what would they do?
Yeah, there. You just took the words out of my mouth. Thank you.
I would appreciate more transparency.
Mm.
When Obama first became president, he promised he would
Change.
have the most transparent government, right?
Did he? I was a freshman when he became president. I remember we were watching a TV, like a little small
Yeah.
TV in the corner, and like I didn't know that was a moment in history. I just knew like he was our first, black president and all this, and then believe it or not, that was 8 years ago. That's crazy.
It
to
is
me,
crazy. No, it
it's
is
crazy
crazy,
because
yeah.
it's like I was in his first term. I was all in high school.
Sure.
Then, when I got out of high school, I was able to vote. I'm not gonna say who I voted for, but because I never voted. But so the second term he became, and now that he's about to leave, it's like it's crazy to me. It's been 8 years.
Sure. I mean, that's your whole conscious.
Yeah, like
and
now it's like who's next? I mean, we know who the finalists are.
We do.
But like, I feel like people right now are more worried about catching Pokemon.
They are. Yeah. Me included. I got 5.
Oh my God.
How many do you got?
I don't even have the app. But we really just went left field. Okay, so back to our thing. Okay, so what we were saying is, okay, you like a transparent thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you feel like Obama didn't do that
No, not at all.
within his 8 years.
No.
Okay.
There are still many secrets.
Okay. Well, yeah, which I'm sure.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, think about it. If you're president,
there's an argument, right, that you need
Yeah.
some sort of form of secrecy.
yeah,
right.
of course.
We would all agree on that, but I think we can all also agree that we should see what our government is doing, not 40 years from now when things are declassified, because we can't do anything about it 40 years from now, right? After that, the
That's how
damage
long it has to be? 40
I
years?
mean, yeah, there have been government documents that are like 40 years, 20 years, until they get declassified.
But, that's just depending, whatever the
Depending,
time.
yeah.
I thought it was
don't know
every
the
4 years.
actual.
Okay.
No, I don't know the actual years. But it's still too long. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
of
saying?
course.
I mean, maybe a year. Let it expire or whatever. The government is the Constitution is a right. We have a right to certain things, and transparency is very important so that we can make very good, important decisions and elect new people into office. We have a representative democracy. It's a republic, right? So, and that's why secrecy is not good, because right now we have this two-party system, right? That they keep fighting against each other, and you have people who are Democrat or Republican, and whoever you vote in, I'm sorry, if you're really a fanboy of either party, it's the same, right?
Yeah.
It's practically
day.
one party,
I don't know how you feel about this statement, but
Go ahead.
I just thought I literally just thought about
the
this
crazy
right now.
thing about libertarians is that we're super open-minded, most of us.
Dude,
so
okay, you just read my mind.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel personally, if you pick either the donkey or the elephant, you're a closed-minded person.
Sure.
Because you're basically saying, I agree with whatever this topic is. I'm a pro with this topic.
Yeah.
And whatever you're saying, I don't believe you. And I just feel like that's closed-mindedness.
I think most millennials identify as liberal.
Yeah.
A lot of us, especially with the universities being liberal and everything. I mean, that's what we're taught, right? But that's the problem. It's we have a two-party system, and you either align yourself with the Democrats or align yourself with the Republicans. Meantime, you shut the other party out. You don't want to listen to anything they say.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the crazy thing is that they're just... Have you ever read any of these laws? I mean, they're
No.
like 1,000 pages, man. Like Obamacare and all that, Affordable Care Act.
I saw a movie.
Dude, there's stuff in it that you guys would be shocked. Like, you don't even know what's in it because it's 1,000 pages. It's so bad that just a few months ago, we passed something called the TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership Act, right? It's a trade deal. It's a worldwide trade deal. The government officials that were voting on it, congressmen and senators, weren't even allowed to take pictures of the documents, the bill.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to have a lawyer present with them. They weren't allowed to take the document outside of work. It was a room that they sealed, right?
Wow.
And we're supposed to trust that? Why is a bill that's supposed to be signed into law secret? And that is my issue.
That's your pet peeve.
Yes, that is my pet peeve, because that should not exist in America. That is not what we are about. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know about this. But trade deals affect every aspect of our life.
Of course,
It
not even
changes
that. Countries, everything, the relationships, yeah.
Yeah, and a deal
That's
like
crazy that you know that,
is
but
too big to deal in secret. I'm looking for communication. I'm looking for my alderman to tell me, hey, I know things are crazy, right? Crime's bad. This is what I'm doing.
I don't even know who my own alderman is.
Most people don't. Most
Which
people
is
do
crazy.
not. And they blindly elect them because they're Democrat or Republican. You would just go, Democrat, 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 Republican, 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 and you just keep doing that every election, and you don't even know who you're voting for.
Wow.
And I think that's what's scary.
Yeah.
And, we always complain about, elections and, nothing ever changes. They're all corrupt. You voted for them. And you fell for this two-party game they're playing.
So you're saying to get the liberals in?
I'm sorry?
You're saying to vote in the liberals?
No, to vote in whoever. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like,
So if it doesn't matter, why would you?
The point is that it's working for the two-party system. These two parties, actually in the 90s, I believe it was Ralph Nader, right? He was an independent.
Yeah.
He got like a big amount of the vote in one presidential election, After that, the Democrats and the Republicans got together, and they excluded other parties from joining the debates unless they had like 15% of the
caucuses,
the polls or whatever,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the problem is that when was the last time you seen Fox News or WGN or any of these news networks tell you, hey, there's this libertarian candidate, hey, there's this Green Party candidate, what do you think about them? When was the last time you seen a poll? So if they're supposed to give, it's a catch-22. If you're supposed to get 15% at the polls, right? But no one's polling you.
Exactly.
It's a lie, you know.
So it's basically you're setting yourself up for failure.
You are
at that point.
You are.
They're
and,
setting you up.
I hate to say this because there's good people in both parties.
So if you were to
but,
run,
mhm.
what would you run as?
I would run as a guy who will shrink government. Someone who is transparent, completely transparent. Crime needs to be eradicated, man. Here's what's going on. What's going on is that crime is being allowed to happen, right? If we really wanted to stop it, it would be done. And
Conspiracy
theory? Not so much of a conspiracy theory. It's true.
Okay.
We've had this. It's no secret. We've had all of this stuff happening
within the last week.
In Dallas.
Yeah.
This week has been especially crazy for the United States. Crime is just inexcusable. And it's been allowed to happen. I truly believe that because
this I'm gonna start. All right, sorry, dude. The camera died.
It did?
Yeah. No. I think it's recording now. We're good. We're live.
Oh my God.
No. Okay. So back to the topic that we're talking about.
It's our time. It's our fault. All of this is happening. Right now, and it's never happened before, or maybe it did, but this is worse, right? And I just don't believe that. I mean, we kind of have a responsibility to improve it for the next generation, right?
Yeah, which is what we should do.
We do live in an arguably better world, than we did before. I mean, you can argue, depending on where you are, that might be a little different, your perspective on that.
Sure.
But, all of the advancements we've made, have been phenomenal.
I mean, the last 15 years in technology.
Right, it's just with every advancement,
I remember
there's a problem.
Yeah.
Look, Nancy Pelosi, right?
Name sounds familiar.
She said that Apple did not create the iPhone. She said that the government created the iPhone, the smartphone, right?
Are we getting into conspiracy things?
Not conspiracy. She said it, right?
Okay.
She said the government made that.
Sure.
Apple did not. It makes you wonder, we laugh at, maybe not we, right? But some people, like you said, look down at people with flip phones and ancient technology or whatever, right? Dinosaur technology. And we're the fools.
I completely agree.
Yeah, we're the fools because
we're getting tracked every
single second
of our day.
Second of our day.
Did you know
they just came out with the game Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
What do you need to run it?
I don't know. I don't have it.
GPS.
Okay.
Right, because that's how it knows where you are.
Sure, tell me.
Our location services are on, right? So how do you get
every app? Your location has to be on.
Well, it doesn't have to be for Pokemon Go. I mean, like, by the way, I'm not saying that Pokemon Go is a malicious app, and that's doing that. I'm just saying that the problem is that they don't respect our data. And the problem is that we all these companies, they give our data, they sell it, right? Or they hand it off to the government like a backdoor, right? The government has transparently fought to get a backdoor to your data. So that is not a conspiracy. I mean, this has been talked about. It is a fact. And we're the fools because we're being tracked, all around. I mean, it's just crazy.
But I think that's bad. But people laugh at me because they say, "Hey, you still walk around with cash?" I'm not running around with like hundreds of dollars. So if you ever see me, don't think I have. I'm a rapper walking around with $10,000.
I saw him like unroll like a roll of 20s, man.
No, but I roll with like $20, $30.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. You're smart. And the reason why, and I'm not smart, I have succumbed to the the ease of
a
credit card and debit cards.
When I heard that Apple was launching Apple Pay, I was like, it's over. I'm like, I can't do that.
Sure.
I was like, there's no way. For what? Like, that's even more.
But it's convenient to people, and like,
Oh no, it's convenient to people to be like, hey, here's my phone, and look what kind of phone I have. So these people are listening right now.
Sure. I mean, they could be listening now.
Yeah. So, like, think about it. This, I could do everything with this now.
Right.
This thing, really? Alright, hold on, let me throw a time lapse at you guys, because people don't know how to respect. Basically, we have everything on this phone, right? Like, I mean, you have your own smartphone
Sure,
too.
sure. I have my own phone.
Do you want to shout it out? Maybe
No.
get a free phone next time? No?
Yeah, Google. I love you.
I mean, I like iPhones because it honestly makes my life easy.
Sure.
But at the same time, like the whole Apple Pay and all that stuff, that's just a whole different topic. But even that, like that, when I see that, I don't like that. Like, it to me is like, for what? Your
That's
stuff.
why I believe Nancy Pelosi
Okay.
when she said that the
The
government created the phone, right? Because you're right. I mean,
Okay,
wouldn't you love if you were trying to gather all this information, right?
Yeah. The easiest way.
Wouldn't you love to have everyone want to carry one sexy, slim device, does everything, makes your life convenient, and it gives you all your data?
You think?
You know what I'm saying?
You think people that watch this?
Wait, I don't know what I'm nodding to. What?
No, like, I know people are watching us and they either think we're crazy or they agree with us.
Mhm.
But like, you think those people, government or whoever you want to say, are watching us like right now? No, like literally watching us to that screen, because I just want to say what's up.
Yeah.
No, but like that's scary, because
I mean, you're
like,
watching this video, so what? You know, First
Yeah.
Amendment. I can say whatever I want.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, and like this is
Free
what
and
we believe,
Yeah, of course.
and you know, and
who knows? There might be other people who feel the same way that we do.
right, and that's what the point of this is
Exactly.
to tell people about it.
And
you know?
then they could have a conversation, which leads to a whole bigger conversation.
Exactly.
Which then they'd be like, well, these two people talked about, why can't we all talk about? Like, yeah, like it's. I would like what you said. Freedom is a great thing. Like, so the way that you talked about Nancy Pelosi. Was her
Nancy
name?
Pelosi.
So the same way she said that government started Apple, which that's the first time I hear that. It's crazy, but now that
They made the smartphone, right?
Oh, they created
created
smartphone.
the idea of the smartphone, right?
did they create Steve Jobs? Done.
Who knows?
Done.
Right? Steve Jobs is a very interesting man.
Or did they kill him? Done.
Right.
You never know.
Hey,
There's
I don't
been
know the answers. I don't claim to know them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they killed Tupac and awkward silence.
I mean, Tupac, I mean, all sorts of people, man. John F. Kennedy, you know, MLK. Actually, it has been revealed in it was in the 90s, there was a official court case, and they found that MLK was assassinated by the government. It's not talked about.
Yeah.
It is not talked about. That is in court. There has been an official ruling. Every MLK Day, do you hear about that? I don't think so. Right?
No, but that's crazy that you say the government, because then you're thinking about.
I don't think the government is inherently evil.
No, but you're saying that.
Yes, I do.
Are you saying that there's people behind the government, running the government, that? Oh my God, my mind's about to explode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. It's exactly what you think.
So it's basically you're saying, because we keep saying the government, but we don't know the government changes every so often.
You're right.
So oh my God, I think we just did
we just blew everyone's mind.
Yeah, no, I just blew my own mind, right here. Like,
yeah.
Wait, so does that mean? Oh my God, is Illuminati real?
The Illuminati. I think that there are.
I'm scared. Like,
there are a string.
Should we stop this story?
Of like, right? Yeah.
Like, I'm legit. Like,
we should stop it right now. Actually.
But like I always say, you're scared of the unknown.
Well, you know what? It's these super, and I'm not talking millionaires, right? I'm not talking a billionaire. I'm talking super wealthy.
Is it recording? I can't see. Yeah, it's on the road.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
trillionaire? So wait, you're not talking about millionaires or billionaires?
No, these people think they're part of the elite. They're not. Right? This millionaire who owns a bunch of condos is not part of the elite. A billionaire is not part of the elite. I'm talking about the people who make and own the money. The bankers. Right? You can actually, I don't care what you call it. You can call it Illuminati. I don't know what it is, right?
It's just people.
It's just people. It's rich people who control the banking system. That's what it is. So, we have something called the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
And, a lot of people think the Federal Reserve is the government, right? The government prints its own money.
That's not true, though.
It's not. It's half true, right? It's a relationship between...
And, sorry to cut you off again, but the government, our bank,
Mhm.
like the U.S. bank, where we have our money, is not even in the U.S. Did you know about that?
No.
The more you know. Alright.
Interesting.
Yeah, go back to you.
Hope you zoom into my face. Yeah, so, everything went sour in the year 1913.
Wow.
Okay, the year 1913, we made it law. We formed the Federal Reserve Act.
Okay.
Right? The Federal Reserve, is very important to know, is a conglomerate of 13, I think it's about 13, of the biggest banks in the United States, right? That is the Federal Reserve. That is what it is. And what they do is they print money, right? Oh, sounds evil. No, not really, right?
No,
Printing money, so what, right? Let's talk about the implications of printing money,
Okay.
right? So when you have a system like the Federal Reserve, you realize when the government needs money, it has to print it.
Of course.
But the government's not printing it. The Federal Reserve is printing it, and we're borrowing it, right?
Okay.
Every time we borrow money, we have interest on it. It's a
course.
never-ending debt cycle, right?
Wow.
Every single dollar that you have in your wallet is part of this system and is contributing to it. Now, we think we're electing these people and they're making all the choices, right?
But they have no power.
That is not true. They don't have any power. In fact, it's so transparent that if you look at, the people who fund these politicians, you'll see big banks, big oil, all of these corporations are funding them.
Because the people who are behind there are the ones who have
I mean, there's super
power.
Exactly. There's super elite billionaires that control the elections.
Okay.
Through investment.
So
We just had the Koch brothers say that they were willing to invest, I think it was like $1 billion into the election this year.
Wow.
Dude, $1 billion
But is that because
change everything.
They're scared that there's a guy by the name of Donald Trump?
I knew this was coming. Donald Trump, man. Yeah.
No, I don't even want to talk about that or get into that. That's the whole thing. But
Look,
are you talking about that,
let me expose Donald Trump right now. Okay, this is huge.
Here's the mic.
All right, so Donald Trump was interviewed the other day on TV, national TV, right?
Which I guess is what
and
you getting interviewed.
yeah, right. So Donald Trump was interviewed on national TV. The anchor person or the reporter, they asked him, if you were elected, would you just drop the mic? Would you just leave, right? If somebody paid you. And what Donald Trump said was very interesting. He said, well, and I'm paraphrasing, so forgive me if I mix up his words. He said something along the lines of, no one has enough money, right?
Wow.
He was implying that, if someone did have enough money, he
can't be bought.
No, he will be bought. Actually, people from his staff, his campaign managers and stuff, they've said he would do it.
Wow.
Donald Trump is a businessman. He is in this game to somehow make a profit, right?
Wow.
He spent about $100 million of his own, not his own dollars, right? That's a lie too. He spent about $100 million.
Because there's contributors who put,
exactly. He's lying. Yeah, he spent about $100 million on the campaign, right? And the Koch brothers said during the beginning of the election, we're willing to invest $1 billion
towards him.
No, to skew the whole election in their direction.
Wow.
Right. So these are the puppet masters. They're part of the puppet masters. They're the elite. Are you kidding me? All it takes is $200 million and Donald Trump is sold. You know what I'm saying? The Koch brothers can do whatever they want. Real easy. So what I'm saying is
when you say Koch brothers, you mean the Coca-Cola brothers?
No. It's a KOCH, the Koch brothers. They're very wealthy.
I literally just for this whole time, I'm like, the Coca-Cola brothers? What the fuck?
No, not the Coca-Cola
It's sugar
brothers.
water. What the fuck?
They own everything, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they do? The Koch
but-
brothers?
No, I don't I'm not a coach.
No, I'm talking about the CEO. How do you know about them, man?
Because they're out there. I mean, they're literally telling people, I have $1 billion and I'm going to invest in this.
So if they're investing in $1 billion, that means
they're willing to invest $1 billion. I mean, it's crazy.
Okay, that's crazy. Wow,
their tracks are all over these elections, not just this election, but many elections before it. So they're part of the money, right?
That's great. So going back to conspiracy, 2 questions for you.
Sure.
First one, JFK. Who killed him?
JFK was not killed by what was his name?
I have no idea.
It's not even worth remembering his name because this guy killed JFK, so I don't even like remembering the assassins' names. Yeah. They don't deserve it.
The only one I know is John Booth?
John Wilkes Booth? Yeah. For some reason that name keeps popping in my head. Osmond.
It could be his name. I don't know.
What is his name?
No, just don't even look it up. We don't need to.
Oswald.
Okay.
Oswald, right? So Oswald did not kill Kennedy. Okay. If you look at the video.
Never seen the video in my life.
Of Kennedy getting assassinated?
I don't like watching people die.
Sure. No, that's understandable. This guy, right? The media said that this guy was the one who shot Kennedy, right? 3 different bullets, 3 different directions. This guy's gonna snipe from 3 different. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the footage of like Kennedy's head bobbing, when he got killed,
they all came at the same time.
Yeah, multiple like locations. I mean, you see a bullet here.
No, but the shots all happened at the same time.
Almost simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah.
What year was this?
This was 1964, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So did they kill him? So where's the conspiracy theory between that? Because I've always heard that his death was a conspiracy theory, but it's amazing that you're actually like not a conspiracy theorist,
right,
but like you just know facts. In his case, what was the whole ordeal about that?
So, very important. John F. Kennedy, he was against a lot of things, right? I know Lyndon B. Johnson officially ended, the civil rights thing, right? John F. Kennedy's idea, right? That was all supposed to be part of his administration. He was very vocal. There's a speech of him talking about this elite. It was a very cryptic speech. You can go and listen to it. But he was talking about putting an end to all of it. Very famous quote. He said, "I will splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces," or something like that. He had a lot of people after him. Lyndon B. Johnson didn't even like him. Lyndon B. Johnson couldn't stand the Kennedy family. And it makes me wonder.
Which kind of makes sense. Why? I mean, it's sad to say most of them are passed away. Most of them got killed, right? Like didn't his brother?
Yeah. The Kennedy, the Kennedy tragedy. Like almost all of them have died in a tragic way.
So they've tried to eliminate that family bloodline.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But what I do know, I mean, I don't even know if it was Lyndon B. Johnson. We don't know. Right?
Yeah. It was someone.
But I can say that Lyndon B. Johnson didn't even like the Kennedys, right? And this was a man that was hungry for power, master politician. Lyndon B. Johnson. What can I say, man? There's his own words.
I don't know who he is.
You can hear the recordings.
I don't know who he is, but
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Is he the guy that was?
He was vice president at the time. Yeah.
Did he know that did Kennedy know he didn't like him?
Yes.
But he still voted him he still elected him?
Yeah. And the reason was because he can win over Southern Democrats. Lyndon B. Johnson was a master politician. And
so he'd rather have a guy like that on your side versus you?
Of course, yeah. We forget that. We forget that John F. Kennedy was a young Catholic Irish American.
Okay.
And, to the average voter back then, that was radical. Oh my God, an Irish Catholic man, right? As
and now
president
it's like
of the United States.
Now
who cares, whatever, right? But in order for him to seal that vote in Texas, in the South, he needed Lyndon B. Johnson. It was strategic.
Okay.
But I don't know who did it. There are conspiracies that say Cuba did it, because we had the whole Bay of Pigs thing.
Yeah. That I know. I paid some attention.
Yeah. But you know, Lyndon B. Johnson was
Somebody
the
did it.
only person.
So the person
very
who did
close to the
Kennedys.
very close, yeah.
So the person that they arrested, who Oswald or whatever his name is.
Oswald, yeah.
So
I
you're
hope
saying
his name's Oswald, yeah.
I don't know, you're making the Oswald name really
Yeah,
bad.
right.
But no, like okay, so you're saying that if he's the person who got in jail for it, is that just a conspiracy saying here's the face of the killer?
Yeah.
But who knows if he because they didn't choose. Was it you? I don't know who told me that the guy who shot, even his general said that when he was in the military.
Yes, I was the person who told you that. I remember, and I was gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
His sergeant, or you know, somebody he was in the military. His sergeant, I'm just gonna say his sergeant, said that he was terrible at shooting.
The guy who allegedly
assassinated Kennedy, Jesse Ventura, wrestler, right? Jesse Ventura is an awesome guy. Jesse Ventura did a test. He took one of the, a really good sniper, one of the best snipers in America right now, right? And he told the sniper, make the shot. The sniper couldn't make the shot. And he was like,
are you talking about American Sniper, aka?
I don't know. I doubt it was.
Oh, it wasn't Bradley Cooper.
No, it was not Bradley Cooper. Yeah, but, right? And the guy couldn't even make the shot, and it was a still target.
And that's crazy because the car was moving.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, it's so
either you had
so
the best aim in the world to do that.
Oh, and you're in 3 different locations, right?
Does this go back to your alien theory?
I think so.
Dun dun dun. That's
yeah,
crazy.
But you know what? These are the whole point of this,
yeah.
And we can keep going, man. You know, if you have me on again, I would love to.
Okay, before we end this, the second theory I wanted to talk to you because you haven't given me your feedback on this is 911,
okay.
aka 9/11.
Okay, 9/11.
If you could give like a quick 5 minutes.
First of all, I want to say, this is a very serious topic.
Yeah, of course.
Many people died, and it's tragic. It's terrible.
Yeah,
and I mean no disrespect in what I'm about to say, but what I'm about to say is that your government lied to you. I think 9/11 was a false flag. Wow. And I don't just think it, I know it based on certain evidence.
Okay.
So
this just got real.
Yeah.